everybody. So today is Thursday. That means it's time for my next entry in my top 100 favorite TV movies of all time. And today we are doing numbers 41 through 50. So we are getting closer and closer each week to our final top 10, which will be so exciting. So here we go. This is a pretty fun, eclectic list of 10 that I have. So the first one that I have is from Disney Channel and is called Quince. It is a cute little movie about a girl who is an only child, and then all of a sudden her mom has Quince. And I really related to this movie. This was made in 2000. A lot of my teenage years taking care of babies and dealing with babies and my mom pregnant and other things like that, because she had a baby when I was 11, she had a baby when I was 16, she had a baby when I was 18. And so I was just used to having to deal with that and all the work and the exhaustion and but the love. And I thought this had a really cute message, and I thought that the lead girl was really cute little movie about a girl trying to deal with all of these new kids. I can't even imagine having to deal with Quince. That would be insane, because it was just so hard to even take care of one baby. So it's a cute movie. So I have Quince at number 50. Number 49, I have a movie from last year from Hallmark called The Dash of Love. And this was directed by Christy Wolf, who's a really fun director for Hallmark. And it has Jen Lilly, who is a delight. And she's just such a sweet lady. We interviewed her for a Hallmarkies podcast, and she was amazing. Brendan Penny is a really great lead. She basically, Jen Lilly plays this woman who dreams of becoming a chef, but has a hard time getting taken seriously because she's not classically trained. She ends up getting this assistant job for Perry Gilpin, who is on Frasier, who is this her idol, culinary idol, and then she meets Brendan Penny, who is the chef. And her boss, the one that's her culinary idol, has sort of lost her creative vision. And so she kind of tricks the Jen Lilly character into providing her a bunch of recipes, and there's romance and drama, and it's really cute. It's just an adorable movie and really classic rom-com, and I really enjoyed it. So number 48, I have maybe an obscure pick. It is called Race to Freedom, the Underground Railroad. And this is a beautiful story about the Underground Railroad and the experiences of various people trying to escape from from slavery and using the Underground Railroad. And it's really well acted. Don Lewis, Courtney B. Vance, Michael Riley. Courtney B. Vance is probably the most notable actor, but he's great in this. Haley's really good in it. It's a moving story, and it's one I watched when I was in high school, and I really loved it then. And so, yeah, I have Race to Freedom, the Underground Railroad, and it's pretty well made for TV movie. So I have it at 48. Number 47, I have I Married Who. This is a Hallmark movie, and this is a little bit subversive for Hallmark because it's kind of a better version of what happened in Vegas. This girl who's always got everything together goes to a bachelorette party, and she's engaged. She goes to this bachelorette party in Vegas. She ends up waking up married to a movie star, and she has to kind of try to put all the pieces back together, and it's really cute. Kelly Martin is so great. She's just such a likable actress. It's written by Nina Weinman, who's a writer that we've interviewed twice for Hallmarkies. She's so fun, and I think that Ethan Erickson is so charming as this movie star guy. And it's just a really, really fun little movie. So fun little rom-com. Number 46, I have Toy Story of Terror. And this is such a good movie if you want to introduce your children to like classic horror tropes but it won't be too scary for them. Even like the sound design and how it uses sort of just the spooky feel is very like really classic and really fun. The lighting is very classic. And I really particularly liked how they bring in this idea of Jessie's anxiety because she'd been in the box so long, and how just and I think that it actually is a really great example of like of anxiety and like how to sort of cope with it and how to deal with it and talk about it honestly. And so if your child is maybe struggling with something like that, or struggling to empathize with people who have those problems, this would be a really good way to introduce that discussion, I think. And it's really well animated. Like I said, I love the sound design. It's just very classic, kind of creepy, sort of ghost story kind of effect. So I think they did a really good job. 5, I have The 9 Lives of Christmas. This is one of the most popular Hallmark movies. A lot of people have it way higher. It's really charming. Kimberly Sustad is so great as this veterinarian. Well, she's going to school to become a veterinarian, and she has a cat that she's not supposed to have in her apartment. And she ends up, through various conferences, meeting this firefighter played by Brandon Routh, from Superman Returns fame, and he has found this stray cat that's sort of attached to him. And so she kind of helps him to know how to take care of the cat. They bond, they fall in love. It's just super cute. This one is really, really adorable. Before, I have Return to Cranford. And I love Elizabeth Gaskell. I like her almost as much, if not more so, than Jane Austen, which is maybe shocking. But she was a contemporary of Charles Dickens, and I love Dickens. You've seen him a number of times on this list. But I don't know, she managed to write such modern characters as far as their behavior in this Victorian atmosphere and clothes and everything like that. And Cranford is such a great example of that, where it's these stories about these women who are remarkably self-sufficient and opinionated and everything else. Return to Cranford is the sequel to Cranford, is not very much based on the book, because they used most of it for the first movie. Directed by Simon Curtis, who is a legend in these things, and it has such a great cast. They bring in Tim Curry as this magician, and they have Judi Dench, Imelda Stanton, Julia McKenzie, the Jonathan Pryce, Celia Emery, Claudia Blakely, like amazing British cast. They all have such chemistry. It's funny. It's just great. So and it's just great to see these strong female characters in these Victorian sort of era settings, and it's like I said, it's really funny and sweet. I can't imagine like someone disliking either of the Cranford movies / series. They're so charming. So number 43, I have A Christmas Detour. This is one of my favorite Hallmark Christmas movies. It's so classic. You have Candace Cameron Bure, the queen of Hallmark, and she is engaged, and she's going to try to meet her fiance's family. She ends up sitting next to Paul Green, who is so charming. Some people describe him as the Cary Grant of Hallmark, and I don't know about that, but he's super charming. And of course, they have all kinds of travel shenanigans that happen that stop her from getting to where she needs to go. And along the way, she has this like vision board, and she's like in of what her life is supposed to be like. And along the way, she realizes that she needs to kind of let some of that go, and that she, of course, falls in love with Paul Green, and it's pretty fun. And she kind of lets go of the idea of finding her soulmate, while in the end actually finding her soulmate. It's super cute. So I have Christmas Detour at 43. At 42, I have Emma. So this was a BBC version of Emma in 2009. This stars Romola Gari as Emma, and she is really great, I think, in the role. She because sometimes Emma can be kind of unlikable because she's trying to like control everybody, but with here she brings enough sort of sweetness to the part that it really works. Johnny Lee Miller is great as Mr. Knightley. They have really nice chemistry. I really love the ending when she flips out about her taking care of her father. And that whole sequence is done so well, and it's so sweet. Michael Gambon plays her father, and he is just wonderful. And they have a lovely chemistry together, and the whole cast is fantastic, and it's beautifully shot, beautiful costumes, and the whole thing's executed so well. It's honestly, I think, as good as you could do Emma, aside from maybe Clueless. It's really well done. Then my last one on this list is from Hallmark. It's number 41. It's called A Taste of Romance. And this is a lovely little romantic comedy starring Terry Polo, who's one of my favorites. She's great. And then James Patrick Stewart. And Terry plays this woman who is a French chef who's trained in the highest restaurants, and she has this dream restaurant, and she's finally gotten to serve the highest class French food called Chez Verine. And she is very upset when a burger joint opens next to her that's like this Firehouse Burgers or whatever, and Five Alarm Grill it's called. And James Patrick Stewart plays that chef, and he's all like relaxed and casual. And he has a daughter. He's a widower, of course. And he has a daughter played by Bailey Madison, who is so cute in this movie. And she has a scene where she cries about her mother that is so well done and so adorable and great. And of course they spar at first because she's like this uptight French chef and he's like this cool guy. And it's really classic. It's really well done. It's really charming, and I just really like it. So I have it at 41. There we go. My list this time. I have Quince at 50, Dash of Love at 49, A Race to Freedom, The Underground Railroad at 48, I Married Who at 47, Toy Story of Terror at 46, The 9 Lives of Christmas at 45, Cranford, A Return to Cranford at 44, Christmas Detour at 43, Emma at 42, and A Taste of Romance at 41. So that is my list. Let me know what you think. And if you've seen any of these, I'd love to hear. So thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later.